Masculine frame. A man's powerful aura is created by developing a masculine frame. The way you carry yourself reflects your masculine frame. It's not just the way you walk down the street, with your head held high and your chest protruding. A man with a masculine frame can deal with situations as a man should. Most modern men, unfortunately, lack a masculine frame. There has been a significant decrease in the number of strong male role models for young men to emulate, in their personal lives as well as in the media. Need for male role models. A strong father can make a significant difference in a young man's life. He teaches him how to deal with difficult situations, how to maintain his composure, and how to deal with new challenges. Even having uncles around can teach young men how to be men. Most men, however, lack the upbringing necessary to become masculine in the absence of a strong male role model. They have no idea how to act like a man. It's not just neutral either, because there is no such thing as a neutral in life. A boy who does not have an alpha male father will learn how to be a man from a woman or a beta male. In comparison to other men who have strong fathers, he has a significant disadvantage. A boy who has a feminine father or just a mother will inherit the characteristics of those people. Some men, despite not having a father or a father-like figure, are outliers who take charge of their lives. Even so, they usually have an uncle, cousin, brother, or even a TV character like James Bond to look up to. Some of these outliers go on to become some of the most powerful men in the world. A few ultra-masculine men in an army of betas. However, for every one male without a father who becomes ultra-masculine as a result of survival, 10 more become softer than a man should be. As a result, we have a large number of men who lack a masculine frame. A child's chances of developing a masculine frame as he grows up are slim without any kind of strong male influence. This means he has testosterone and male biology, but he doesn't know how to channel it properly. Some men have a grandfather, uncles, cousins, or even a neighbor who can fulfill this role. However, if a boy doesn't have a male role model, let alone a father, he will most likely model himself after a female. That is what children do. They imitate their parents and other humans. That is how they learn to speak, communicate, and act appropriately. It's not just a neutral situation where he models no one if there's no man around. He's doomed if he doesn't have a father and no source of masculine energy in his life. He'll imitate his mother or the women in his environment. While great mothers are important for children's development, boys who imitate their mothers produce a generation of weak men. Why does a man need a masculine frame? A man will have no control over his life unless he has a masculine frame. He'll probably end up being a beta, always working a job he despises, being passive, and never reaching his full potential. He'll never be able to control himself if he can grow his masculine energy but lacks a masculine frame, which could lead him to prison or down other paths that will eventually lead to his demise. A man with a masculine frame can be a man, strong, and powerful while still being able to control his emotions. He's composed, calm, and composed, and he exudes confidence. Women are attracted to his manhood and respond positively to his aura. Men either admire or despise him. Both are true at times. This man will be admired by younger men and boys. Simply put, having a masculine frame means you can walk through life like a man. You can be calm when necessary or aggressive when necessary. How to hold a dominant masculine frame. It's important to note that learning to hold a dominant masculine frame does not imply that you're attempting to dominate others. That your own frame is immovable is what it means. You have a dominant frame, which means no one can take it away from you. This is, of course, idealistic. Nobody can always maintain perfect frame control. We're all human, so we can get agitated. The key, however, is to maintain a masculine frame as much as possible. To make it simple for you, the key to developing a dominant masculine frame is to possess the following 3 characteristics. Masculine energy. Emotional intelligence. Ability to pass shit tests. Masculine frame definition. Masculine energy plus emotional control plus ability to pass shit tests equals to masculine frame. To pass shit tests from both women and men, You must first harness and build your masculine energy, gain emotional intelligence, and develop the ability to pass shit tests. You'll have a powerful masculine frame with these three elements. Masculine energy. Your life force energy is masculine energy. It's your sexual energy, but it manifests as masculine energy in a man or someone with more masculine tendencies. The testosterone in our bodies, the toughness of our willpower, and the brutality of our focus on a goal make up our masculine energy. When you develop masculine energy, develop principles, build strength, create a purpose that inspires others, lead to victory, create a legacy. Every man has his own set of values. Depending on what you value, your principles may change. However, you must have a set of consistent principles that you adhere to at all times. This entails declining some requests as they arise. Saying no. You start to plant the seeds for massive growth in your masculine energy when you can say no to things. The feminine is more agreeable, whereas the masculine is less so. In life, you must strike a balance to some extent. Growing your Machiavellian energy has advantages. But I'm not going to dwell on that right now. For the vast majority of men, focusing on their masculine energy and manhood is far more important. After you've established your principles, you'll need to increase your strength. Physically, this can be accomplished through weightlifting and martial arts. You can do this mentally by learning to say no to things that don't align with your values. Create a purpose. The next step is to develop a mission that motivates others. It could begin with just you. However, you must then create something that attracts others. Your business serves a purpose for you, but it can also serve as an inspiration to others. Customers will buy from you and employees will work for you if you do it this way. A family is a goal you set out to achieve, but it will inevitably bring other people into your life and help you achieve your goal. Even a gang has a goal that motivates others. This is an example of masculine energy but a lack of emotional intelligence in non-leaders, which leads most people down a bad path. You lead your followers to victory and leave a legacy after creating a purpose that includes others. Victory and legacy are the pinnacles of male power. You will have a powerful masculine energy if you have the desire to achieve great victory and leave your mark. The majority of men are devoid of masculine energy. But it can help you grow into a strong man. You'll also have a solid masculine frame if you use emotional intelligence and the ability to pass the shit test. Emotional intelligence. Having a masculine frame necessitates a high level of emotional intelligence. Most men never realize how powerful their masculine energy is. The next step for those who do is to develop emotional intelligence. It doesn't mean you should never be angry. Emotional intelligence does not imply that you become a beta, act weakly, or become overly compassionate. It means you understand how to manage your emotions and use them to achieve your goals. It's not always easy to keep your cool and keep your anger in check. Other times, it means exaggerating your anger or dissatisfaction to demonstrate your seriousness. You build your emotional intelligence by identifying your emotional triggers. Work on changing your emotions happy, angry, seductive, jealous, etc. Knowing when to suppress and when to exaggerate emotions. Self-awareness depends on identifying your emotional triggers. If someone brings up your cheating ex or the fact that you don't have a job, you won't be able to maintain a masculine demeanor. Figure out what makes you feel a certain way. Things that make you overly happy, jealous, angry, and so on are examples of these. It's not bad to be happy, but if something outside of your control makes you extremely happy, that can be used against you. Like a hot girl who comes over on the weekend and then flakes on you. You've invested all of your happiness in that date or meeting, so you won't be able to handle it if she backs out. Make a list of your triggers and write them down. In the mirror, practice your emotions. This will allow you to sense what they're like and switch, suppress, or even expand on them as needed. Ability to pass shit tests. Once you develop emotional intelligence, passing shit tests will be much easier. However, it is the more practical approach to dealing with situations when they arise. Women will give you shit tests. With girls you've just met, girls you've met online, girls you've met on the first date, back at your place, girls you've already slept with, and even long-term girlfriends. You'll also get shit tests from men, believe it or not. Men attempting to cast you in the beta role in social situations, customers or clients attempting to reduce your price, and a variety of other issues. When someone else puts your worth to the test, it's known as a shit test. Women do this to determine whether a man is worth sleeping with or seeing on a regular basis. Because if you pass, your worth is greater than hers, and she perceives you as more powerful and valuable. Men shit test too. Business example. Men behave similarly. Clients and prospects will try to put your worth to the test. They see what you're worth when they complain about your price and want to reduce what they have to pay. If you pass their shit tests and stay strong, they'll respect you more and give you more future business. Same with women. You deal with female shit tests in the same way. When they're being unreasonable, you don't budge. If a woman is putting you through a light shit test, such as joking with you, you can respond by joking with her. Because she can be flirting with you while also lightly testing you. Passing her shit tests with flying colors will help you get laid and stay out of the friend zone. When a woman gives you an ultimatum to be together or threatens to break up with you if you don't do what she wants, that's a bigger shit test. You handle these situations by remaining calm and telling her that you're on a mission, that you're doing what you want to do with your life, and that she can either join you or leave you. James Bond has a strong frame. For example, is an excellent example of a man with a masculine frame. He isn't always the biggest and strongest person in the room. But he's still athletic, capable, and self-assured, and he never gives in under duress. James Bond is admired because he always saves the day, kills the bad guy, and sleeps with the lady. He's the anti-hero or ultimate player. While you may not be able to be a secret agent, speak multiple languages, or be a master martial artist like James Bond, you can learn a lot from him, or any other hero or anti-hero. Because, while it doesn't hurt, it's not all of his abilities that make him admirable. It's because he's never out of shape. Even when he is on the verge of death or having his balls chopped off. He'll always be a man. Always maintaining frame. It's his uncanny ability to maintain a masculine demeanor in any situation. Despite the fact that he is on the verge of death, he remains composed, witty, and suave. He doesn't let anyone else have control over his emotions. Bond is strong, but not to the point of becoming an uncontrollable, wild canyon. He has complete control over how he feels and reacts at all times. He exudes masculine energy, emotional intelligence, and an uncanny ability to pass shit tests. Nothing, in fact, is a shittest for Bond. It's an opportunity for him to be either clever or indifferent. You can learn a lot about masculine frame just by watching characters like James Bond, Don Draper, or whatever. If you don't have a male role model, you should seek one out or become one yourself. Look up some scenes of James Bond or Don Draper dealing with bosses on YouTube. Consider real-life men such as The Rock. In every situation, he maintains his frame. It will not only motivate you, but it will also inspire you. It will teach your brain to behave in a new way. I grew up with a strong father who taught me how to be a man, but I still pick up a lot from watching these characters at their best. Even if the actors are feminine or not in real life, their portrayals of the masculine frame are excellent study and adoption materials. Built on each other. All of these are interconnected. To begin, you must harness your masculine energy. Then work on your emotional intelligence and pass a bunch of nonsense tests. You can pass shit tests in the short term by knowing what to do in certain situations, but to pass shit tests that you haven't thought about ahead of time, you'll need masculine energy and intelligence. Your masculine energy can be harnessed and grown. You'll be able to have a masculine frame if you combine your ability to not only control himself but also pass shit tests. A masculine frame isn't something you use once in a while or in a scenario. It's the manner in which you carry yourself. You develop a masculine frame and incorporate it into your identity as a man. If you follow the steps and develop your masculine frame, you'll be able to live life on a higher level without having to put up with nonsense from others. You're a motherfucking man, after all. You'll feel like it, act like it, and become it with a masculine frame. Don't be affected by other people. If all else fails, The key to having a strong, masculine frame is to never be swayed by what other people say or do. You'll naturally maintain your own frame if you can remain emotionally unaffected, or at least conduct yourself in such a way that you don't react emotionally to what other people do. I hope you liked the video. Tell me what do you think about the topic in the comments section, and subscribe the channel with notification bell on so you don't miss more videos. Check out our other videos as well. I'll see you in the next video.